If you found this video today, your guardian angels have a special message for you in particular. You're the reason they've been acting strange, especially since last week. The angels say, you may have noticed that someone you know has recently begun acting strangely around you. You may have found yourself picking up on a change in their behavior. Things between you two have always been the same, but now they feel different. They are no longer acting the way that they used to, and you cannot stop yourself from questioning what has happened and why this change has happened. If you are wondering whether or not you are the reason for this change, you should know that you are. Last week, something shifted, and this resulted in their changed behavior. You helped them to realize something that they had previously been unaware of. And since realizing it, they have not been able to interact with you in the same way. It feels impossible for them to ignore what has now come to the surface. Last week, they were confronted by the reality of how they feel about you. In that one moment, they realized that their feelings for you may not be what they thought they were, and they have found themselves not really knowing what to do whilst they process this. I repeat, you're the reason they've been acting strange, especially since last week. This change in their behavior is not because of something negative that you have done. You do not need to worry about that. You have not done anything wrong. On the contrary, you have done everything exactly right, and they can no longer ignore how you make them feel. If you think back to last week, you will find that something happened that hit them like a ton of bricks and brought these feelings to the surface in a way that they can no longer ignore. It could be the possibility that you may have found someone else whom you are interested in, or it could be the intimate nature of your last conversation. But something very clearly altered their feelings and resulted in this change in their behavior. You have picked up on the fact that they are acting strange and may have allowed it to cause you to question or doubt yourself. But you cannot allow the behavior of others to make you doubt yourself and who you are. Whilst you are the reason for this change, it is not because of something bad or negative that you have done. You are a kind, fun-loving person who makes them feel good, so you do not need to stress about who you are. When people are forced to confront their feelings, it can be quite frightening, especially if those feelings are ones which they have been trying to ignore and squash down for quite some time. This person has always cared deeply for you and enjoyed the connection that you two have. But they have now found themselves wanting more from this relationship, and it has scared them. These feelings are not entirely new. They have always been there, quietly bubbling and spreading between the surface. Whilst what happened last week was the catalyst of this change, it is all of the time and events that have led up to this moment that have also contributed to their feelings. Take notice of how they interact with you and how they speak to you. You will notice that their energy has become more nervous and erratic. They may no longer be able to look you in the eye the same way or talk to you how they used to. This has made you question if you are doing something wrong or if you have hurt them in some way. You hate the idea that they could possibly be mad at you and not tell you why, because they are important to you. But rest assured that this is not the case. How could they possibly be mad at someone like you? You have always been a source of light and laughter in their life. So many of their favorite experiences and memories have been created whilst spending time by your side. So many of their happiest moments have been with you, and they do not take that for granted. But they have now been confronted with just how much all of this means to them. They have felt the fear of potentially losing you and are worried about things between you two changing and no longer allowing for all of these incredible times. And whilst things have been great between the two of you, they now find themselves desperately longing for more. This desire has become so incredibly strong that it has affected their behavior and the connection that you two have cultivated over time. They can see this change too, and are desperately trying to keep their feelings in check and not allow their strange behavior to change things between the two of you. But this change may be a good thing. Pursuing this connection may allow their behavior to stop being so strange and could potentially lead you both to the right path for you. They have been acting strangely because they can no longer ignore their feelings and desires now that they have been brought to the surface. They are unable to pretend that they are not there and continue as things were, because you now make them nervous in a way that you did not before. But these nerves are built off of a giddy type of excitement and a new buzz of adrenaline. They cannot control their body's reaction to you and how their cheeks now flush and their heart races when they see you or think of you. They now find themselves lost for words or unable to look at you the same way because they are worried about their feelings being too evident. You make them feel happy, and they want to make you feel this same happiness. They now found themselves wanting to impress you even more than they used to. They want you to like them too and reciprocate these feelings. When people develop feelings, it is natural that they may begin to act strangely around this special someone. They become more self-aware and conscious of how they look and behave. Instead of just being at ease and comfortable within themselves, they become more self-conscious in the hopes that you will find them attractive and desirable too. So take this information in and know that whilst you are the reason for their strange behavior, it is only because they like you and are dealing with all of these new nerves and thoughts. They want you to notice them in a good way and feel the same thing. They admire you for who you are and cannot control the strength of their feelings for you. This can only be a good thing because it should act as a reminder to you of how beautiful and desirable you are and always have been. I want to end with a prayer for you. Lord, at this moment I lift up their heart to you, the one who has been unknowingly causing ripples in someone else's life. Bless them with clarity and understanding to navigate the changes they've unintentionally sparked. May they find comfort in knowing that their essence, their kindness, and their light have the power to awaken deep emotions in others. Grant them the strength to embrace this unfolding chapter with grace and empathy, for it is a testament to their worth and the love they inspire. Amen. Take a moment to allow these words to resonate with your spirit. Remember, you are loved and protected by the universe. Type 999 to claim this message and the blessings inside for your own. Try and leave a positive comment for other viewers who might need a positivity boost in their day. The universe sees it as an act of kindness that fuels the cycle of good karma. You'll be spreading positivity and receiving the universe's blessings in return. Let's uplift each other and create waves of good energy together. Did you know there's a possible image of your real soulmate that you can look at right now? It might be someone you know or someone that you haven't met. It's amazing how accurate these have been. You have to see the photo to see what I mean. Click the link in the description to get your soulmate sketch. An important message is waiting for you in the next video. Will you hear it?